Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and I have the absolute pleasure of having Lyle from Patrol Gaming here on the channel today. Thank you so much for taking the time. With the insane time difference that we have, you are 14 hours ahead of me. So it was quite the experience trying to figure out an opportunity for us to get together.
It certainly is. I have that trouble all the time. So you guys are living in the past. That's the problem. So that is the
Dude,
problem.
tell me the future. Is the future good?
It's exactly the same as yesterday. Just about the same. So
So if you had a good day, that'll be a good day today.
yes, yeah, pretty good day
I'm
today.
glad to
So
hear it.
yes, we're
I'm
actually
glad
trying to
to
get
hear
some
it.
rain here in Queensland. So we haven't had a lot for a while. So it'll be nice to get some rain. So yeah.
I hear that. Born and raised? Born and raised in Queensland?
No, I'm actually born in Scotland. Born in
Okay.
Scotland. So I came to Australia when I was 3, as you can tell by the
Okay.
the red beard and the really pale skin. So yeah, so I'm very pale, don't like the sun at all, and I live in the sun cancer capital of the world. So
Oh
go
gosh.
figure, you know. So it doesn't
That's
work out
crazy.
all
Yeah.
that well. So but no, I love it. Queensland, Australia.
That's
I've
good.
lived in Scotland again in my 20s. So I've
Okay.
actually moved to Australia twice. So obviously love it here. So it's good. It's good. I've been
I
to
feel
New
like
York.
Australia.
I was going to
Oh,
say I've
let
been
me
to
hear
New
that.
York once and it rained for 4 days. I didn't see nothing. Didn't see nothing. So
And that's like a 24-hour flight, right? It's like
it
something
is. It
absurd.
is. Yeah, it's a long flight. Yeah, it's a
Yeah. I have a
long, long
friend
way.
from,
Yeah,
I don't know where she's from in Australia, but
yeah.
she's from, she's actually, I do know she's from Tasmania.
Oh
So
yes.
I guess
Okay.
it's not necessarily us. Is that considered Australia?
That's Australia. Yes. Yes. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
saying
So
Hawaii is not America, but it is. Yes.
okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it's I wasn't sure if it was a state, like a state of it, or like a
It is.
province, or if it
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
country.
No, no, it's a state of Australia. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so she's
So
an Australian. I mean, so she's from Tasmania. She lived here
Tasmania.
for like 4 or 5 years and then went back.
Okay. Nice.
Um, but yeah,
Nice.
so she tells us all the time how insane that flight is.
Yes, it's a very long flight. I think they break it up somewhere. I think it used to stop at Hawaii, then LA, then New York. So it's a pretty
Oh
big
yeah,
flight. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, man,
it's a huge
absolutely.
flight. So
So let's hear a little bit of your story. How did you get onto YouTube?
so
What is some of the stuff you've done on YouTube? Like,
a lot of people say, "Oh,
give the people.
a lot of people say, "Oh, you're a gamer. You shouldn't do music. You know, stick to gaming stuff."
Oh,
Technically, technically, the first 2 videos I ever put out was music videos. So,
okay.
um, learning to play the piano. So, yeah, don't watch them. They're very, very bad. So, um, so technically, a music channel. And then I started gaming, and then I watched somebody do a reaction. I can't remember what it was, and then I thought, oh man, that would be good. I could do reactions.
Mm,
You know, I'm pretty good. But at that stage, I only kind of knew Australian music. You know, so a lot of Australian bands. Australia has excellent music. So I thought if I do more reactions, I can learn more music. So you know, I wasn't too big on American music, European music, all that kind of stuff now too. So that's why I do reactions, so I can expand my music knowledge. So and get away from the Australian music that I love and listen to all the time. And then I still try to slip it into the channel every so often. Doesn't do very good, but I still try and slip
yeah.
it in there. So
So
um,
you got me interested in that actually. Can
okay,
I would love some examples of Australian music because I am actually not super familiar with that
okay.
genre.
I tell you one, Cold Chisel. Start with Cold Chisel. You probably
Okay.
know Midnight Oil. Have you heard of Midnight Oil?
I think so,
Beds are
yeah.
burning. You probably know that everybody kind of knows that song, but they have a lot of back catalog. The lead singer actually became a politician, and then went back to
Wow.
he was a I think he was the minister for education. I think that's what it was. Peter Garrett, his name is. Terrible dancer, but not so good politician either. So, but he came back to Midnight Oil. Great singer, fantastic singer. So those
So he
two
went from music to politician back to
back to
music.
music.
I
Yes,
love that.
yes,
That's cool actually.
yeah. His first love is politicians. I mean, music and environmental. He does a lot for the environment. You know,
Hmm.
Clean up Australia Day, all that kind of stuff too. So I see. I'm just watching your chat at the same time, and somebody's put down Keith Urban. Keith Urban is good. Keith Urban used to live
Yeah.
about 20 minutes away from where I live in Australia. So yeah. So
Is that right? Were
yes.
you buddies with him?
No, no. He's actually a Kiwi. So we try
What
not
does
to
that
tell it.
mean?
He's a New Zealander from New Zealand. Yes,
Oh,
originally from
okay.
New Zealand, but we try not to tell too many people. So we keep it under wraps. We try to.
Yeah,
If
that's
you live
funny.
in Australia for more than 2 years, you become Australian. That's automatic. So
Okay.
Nicole Kidman's not Australian. Mel Gibson's not Australian. So all those actors aren't Australian. They're actually American, but shh, we won't tell anybody. So yeah.
I
So
love that, man. That's so funny. I'm gonna write that down. What was the name of that band you said? It
Cold
was
Chisel. Start with
Cold
Cold
Chisel.
Chisel.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Cold Chisel.
perfect.
Midnight Oil is good. You probably know Men at Work. They've got that one song,
Mhm.
Land Down Under. Everybody knows that song. Everybody knows that song. But they do a lot of other stuff as well. So,
Mhm.
and of course, Akadaka, AC/DC. Yeah. So
Akadaka.
that's what we call them in Australia, Akadaka.
Wait. I didn't realize they're from
Yep.
Australia.
Yep. Started off, actually, AC/DC started off as a glam rock band. Mm, yeah.
I did not realize that they
Yes.
came from. I thought that
So
they were from the UK.
no, well, they're not. They're formed in Australia. They all lived in Australia, but the young brothers, they're all from Scotland. So all the best singers come
So
from Scotland. So
you guys call them Akadaka. What is it?
Akadaka, Akadaka.
Interesting.
Yes. So I
And
say that
everybody
all the
knows that
time.
that's AC/DC.
Yeah, AC/DC. Yeah. We like to. I don't know
Really?
how it works because we like to shorten everything. All the words that we have
Yes, I have
shortened.
noticed
Yes.
that.
Yes. So.
Yes.
But somehow Akadaka is a shortened version of AC/DC. I have no idea why, but that's how it
Okay.
works. So, yeah, so,
That's wow.
yeah.
Okay, how about this? The band, do you know Travis Barker,
No,
the drummer?
no.
Okay. So have you heard the band? I don't want to say it. So
Okay.
it's because I want to hear your take on it. The first word is Blink, and then there's three numbers behind it.
Blink
You know-
182.
Okay,
Yes,
so that's
yes,
interesting.
yes.
That was what I was trying to see. So
Okay,
it's Blink
yeah.
182 for you guys, and it's
Yeah.
the same thing for the UK.
Okay.
But in America, it's Blink 182.
Ah.
Yeah, I heard that in James
182.
Corden. Yeah, it's Blink
Okay.
182.
No, we
And you
call
guys
them
call
Blink
it
182. Ah.
Yeah.
I guess that's just the way we do numbers and how we.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
that's funny, but it's the
interesting.
same for the UK. Yeah, I saw that in a random interview that I was watching
Ah.
with Travis Barker, and I found that really fascinating. How like
Okay.
people around the world can be like different, like they
Yeah.
can just be different of your
Yeah.
like call your name different, and I
Yeah.
find that so fascinating, and it just means it's the same thing.
I think some of your movies we get from America, like a good example was Encino Man. Encino
Okay.
Man with Brendan Fraser, probably going back a few years now. But in Australia, they used to call that California Man because nobody knew where
Really?
Encino was. It's like, where the hell is Encino? It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So they call it California Man. So because we all know where California is. So it's weird. It's weird.
Oh man, that is so
Yeah.
funny. That's so fascinating. So, what are some of the stuff that you've discovered through your channel? I'm curious about that.
I discovered that
Or your
I
favorite stuff, maybe.
absolutely love the blues. Absolutely
Okay.
love the blues. Yeah, so never really listened to it in my life. And country as well. Country music.
Like original blues, or
yeah, just any
more
blues.
modern
That
stuff.
real
Yeah.
kind of slow beat, agonizing guitar, and the lyrics about lost love. I just love it. Just
Mhm.
love it. I could listen to it all day, all day.
Mhm.
And country music. Never a big country fan at all. And then somehow I love country. George Jones and George Strait and all that kind of older country style too. So
Okay.
definitely love that. So, and a lot of heavy metal especially from Finland and stuff like that. So like Nightwish and stuff like that. Never heard of them before I did reactions, and all of a sudden, absolutely love it. absolutely love it. So have you ever reacted to Nightwish before?
I haven't.
Oh
No,
man, you got to
I
get on
haven't
that
checked it.
train. That is a great train. Yeah. So
Really,
yeah, yeah,
it's amazing how
yeah.
much music is out there. It's so crazy,
Yes,
man.
yes, it is.
It's there's so much.
I think that was the problem because as I said, I did Australian music and that was it. You grow up in Australia, we didn't really get much. Well, you got the bigger American bands, but none of
Hmm.
the smaller ones. So, like, people freaked out when I said I didn't know Leonard Skinner. I don't know. I don't know who they are. Um, yeah, people absolutely lost their mind when I said that. It's just comments after comments about how the hell could you not know Leonard Skinner? It's like, I don't know. I live in Australia. I don't know. I live in a
Yeah,
tiny little town in Queensland. I don't know. So, um, yeah, so that was the kind of things that I've discovered too. Have you ever done a reaction to one of my favorite reactions is Call to Wall. Have you ever done a reaction to him? Oh
I have
man,
not. What is it
Call
called?
to
Cult.
Wall. Yeah, WALL. He's a Canadian country singer. I think he's
Okay.
about 24 now. Yeah, he sounds like he swallowed Johnny Cash. Oh man, the first one I
Uh,
seen, I think he was 19, playing a
okay.
kick drum, playing a guitar, and just the voice of something else. Go and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. One of my favorite reactions. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's fascinating. No,
So
I
yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm curious how these, as a total analytical form, because I love that
yeah,
kind of stuff with YouTube and stuff.
yeah,
How do these perform? Like you mentioned, like some of these older original like country music stuff,
yeah.
and this guy from Canada. How do they perform on your channel?
Um, they're pretty good. You get your niche audience where they definitely love country. They'll come out for your country. I think my channel is so many different small communities in it. You got your
Hmm.
Nightwish. I don't do. I try to do BTS, but a lot of them get blocked.
Hmm.
I found coming from Australia, um, a lot of the videos I get are actually blocked. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
regional. I don't know if YouTube is listening. We love you, but yeah, I find a lot of stuff from Australia gets blocked. So, but yeah, you get your Nightwish, and then you get your little country, and then you get your home free, and then you get your PTX, and some of them mingle, but a lot of them are
Yeah.
separate communities. So, I find that a lot. So it just
Yeah.
depends how big the community is behind that music. So like Nightwish has a massive following. BTS obviously has the massive BTS army behind it. So and the biggest one obviously is Dmash at the moment. So but again, a lot of them get blocked for me as well too. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I can't react to a lot of that. So I try to do mainly some of the smaller artists. So pretty much guaranteed to maybe get through. But I don't really care too much for views and all that kind of stuff. So I come with the thing of, if I learn a new genre of music, maybe a new band that I can put on the playlist. For example, your song, straight on the playlist, man. I loved
Dude,
it.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely
And I
loved
was
it.
about to
Yeah,
right to go
so
into that. I was gonna say thank you so much
yeah, so
for doing that. I
yeah.
appreciate that tremendously.
It was great.
How did
It
that
was
come
great.
about? I'm
It
so
just
curious.
it just popped up on my feed, and I thought, okay, I know this face. Let's listen to this. And it was about the first 10 seconds when you got that little hook. I thought, okay, I got to do a reaction to this. This is great.
Oh
So
shoot, man,
yeah,
I
so
appreciate that.
um,
That's cool.
yeah, and it was great film as well too. So
Thank you. Thank
excellent
you.
photography in it too. So, um,
Thank you very much.
but yeah, so things like that. That's what I'm here for. To learn new genres, to learn new bands. And that's what it's all about for me.
Hmm.
So, and obviously great community, building up that community. That's what it's all about too. So, um, that's why I do it. So, and for the
Yeah.
community, so I see a few names that I recognize actually in your chat who watch my videos as well. Hello, Stacy. Welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's actually a good
there
cross
is.
between the two. It's
Sometimes there
cool.
is. Yes.
Yeah. So like going back a bit in the comments,
Yeah.
I have to ask this question: are you a Vegemite fan or
Oh,
no?
yes. Definitely.
So I've tried it at
Definitely.
an authentic Australian restaurant,
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
in a different state, a couple hours from here, and
Yeah.
it was like they, I guess the guys were Australian. And they brought a lot of Australian cuisine,
Uh-huh.
which I'm not entirely super familiar with. But
Yeah.
Vegemite was on the
Yeah.
menu, and I had to try
Yeah.
it, and I
Yeah.
was like, it was interesting.
Yes, most people would describe it as interesting too. So it depends because I've seen some. I, sometimes you watch a few Americans trying Vegemite, and they slap it on like it's Nutella or something. Really thick, and it's but it is so salty. You just gotta a tiny little bit goes a long way for Vegemite. So you got to have it on toast. That is the best way in the morning. Fantastic, fantastic. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely eat Vegemite. Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
is it though?
it is yeast made from. It's
Okay.
leftover yeast from making beer.
Oh, it's the
So
bottom of the barrel,
yes,
right?
yeah.
Or the
So
bottom of the
all
thing.
that kind of stuff. It's all the vitamins and everything from that. So they just kind of, I don't know how they process it after that. I probably don't want to know. But anyway, so, but yeah, they just do that, and it's just, I think it was 1930s. I think it was made. So I think it's based on Marmite, which is a British version. So
Okay.
yeah, so.
Oh,
I
that's
think
fascinating.
Marmite's slightly different. Slightly different. So yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but
You haven't heard of
I'm always
Marmite?
down to try.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Um,
Marmite's very similar. Very similar. I don't think it's as strong as Vegemite. Yeah,
okay.
Vegemite's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
hmm
Especially if you're not used to it. It's very salty. Very, very
It
salty.
was, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It
Yes.
has a very distinct flavor as well.
Yes. Have you ever
Absolutely.
tried a lot of people try the Tim Tam Slam? Have you ever heard of Tim Tams?
I think so. I don't
Tim
know if I've
Tams is
tried it though.
a chocolate. I was going to say biscuit, but you guys call biscuit something completely different. It's a chocolate biscuit, chocolate on
Like
the
a cookie,
outside,
right?
like a cookie. Yeah, so it's kind of
Yeah.
rectangle. It's got chocolate
Yes.
coating. What you do is you
So
bite
that's
off.
my
Yes.
friend Gabby from
Okay.
Australia.
Yeah.
That's why now that you're describing it, I
Yeah.
definitely know because Tim
Okay.
Tams were her favorite.
Yes. Yes. Tim
Yes.
Tams are amazing. Amazing. So you
Yes.
bite off both ends, and then you suck hot liquid through it, and it melts the inside of it, and it's just melts in your mouth. It's delicious. Delicious. So yes, if you ever get a chance to get to Tim Tams, you got to try Google up Tim Tam Slam, and I'll show you how to do it
Okay.
perfectly. So yeah, so
Tim Tams
yes,
slam. All right.
Tim
I
Tam
love
Slam.
it.
That's right. That's right. So
I love that.
yes,
That's cool, man. So I'm curious. So,
Yeah.
so you mentioned a couple different groups on your channel.
Yeah.
That you started watching. Now, did you find a lot of the acapella stuff through
PTX.
your PTX or home free?
Somebody sent me I can't remember who. God, it must be almost 3 years ago, probably now. Sent me this video. I think it was the first one I did was I think the first one everybody does was Hallelujah. I thought a cappella, I don't know. I kind of like, people playing instruments. I definitely love to watch a band live. I thought, okay, give it a go, and that was it. Halfway through, I had tears in my eyes. And I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? Yeah, and then I found Home Free, and then Voice Play, and Voctave, and everything else from that. So I went and saw PTX and Home Free when they were in Brisbane.
Wow.
Was that last year?
They tour together or separately?
No, separately. I think it was like 3 weeks apart. I think it was. So first was Home Free, when I think it was Home Free. Yeah, and Adam says, because we went up to the signing table. You go up and you get some stuff signed. I think it was a hat I got signed, and Adam goes, "Patrol Gaming. I watch your video."
No way.
Like, what the yeah, so it was like, wow, okay, that blew me away.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool,
And
man.
then I went to PTX, and it was Kevin that said, "Patrol Gaming, I watch your videos." It's like, oh my
No
God.
way, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so it was weird. It was very weird, but yeah, it was because I could feel everybody's eyes on me when he said that, and it's like because we're standing in the line, kind of hopping along the line, because that was right at the start of COVID. I think it was January last year. Was it January, February? One of those days, anyway. One of those months. And they weren't, shaking hands and stuff like that because of the stuff. But I could just feel everybody's eyes on me, and I'm thinking, oh my god, what the heck? So yeah, that was interesting. And at that
That's
concert,
wild.
I think I had about 12 people come up to me and say, "Oh my god, Patrol Gaming, I watch your videos." And it's like, it's the concept is good, but when it happens, it's kind of very, it's kind of self-aware of, I don't know, it's kind of weird, very weird, having people coming up to you who know who you are, but you have no idea who they are. But yeah, it was very humbling to see that people actually watch me in my own town as well. So, which is very, very weird. So, yeah.
How big
So,
were those venues? I'm curious. Were the
um,
same venue or different venues?
no, the first one with Home Free was I think it was about 300 people, all
Okay.
standing, very small venue, and I think PTX was about 5,000. I think so.
Okay.
Very different venues, very different feel on the night. I think Home Free was kind of more intimate because it was only very
Sure.
few people, and I think I was 10 meters away from the stage, so it wasn't
Hmm.
too bad. So, um,
That's crazy though, man.
both were excellent concerts. So,
Sure.
all both different merits for what I enjoyed. So, but it was good, very very interesting. So it was
Yeah.
great. So,
Hey man, the recognition from
oh no,
that's from the musicians and
yes.
also the people around you.
Yes,
That's
it's
incredibly
crazy.
impressive.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've actually weird things that people send me. A subscriber sent me a article that was written in Detroit when I first did one of my first Bob Seger reactions. It was about myself discovering Bob Seger in this. I think it was a radio station did an article, and it's like, what? That is crazy.
It really is.
Yeah. So it was. Yeah, some weird things that happened. So,
Yeah.
which has been
How
good.
long have you
So,
had your channel for?
I think it's coming up for about 5 years. Mainly,
Hmm.
mainly gaming. Now I've kind of split the channels. So I've got one
Okay.
for. Actually, I've got 3 channels now. So I've got Patrol Gaming, the main one. I've got the Patrol Gaming Plays, which is the gaming channel, and then I've got Patrol Gaming After Hours. So which is going to be more unusual music that we don't do on the main channel. So I think the first video I've got coming out is Viking metal, so which is going to be very interesting. So yes, so
I like that. So I'm curious why you split
yeah,
it into three rather than just doing one big patrol
because
gaming.
yeah, so I did it in one for a long time, over a year, probably a year and a half. But then I kept getting comments about, oh, I don't watch reactions, I only do gaming. I don't watch the gaming, I only do reactions. So I thought, oh well, I'll split it. That's going to be better for everybody. So,
Hmm.
if you want to watch gaming, you go to one channel, and if you want to watch both, you can subscribe to both. So, which kind of works. It works out for me. So I kind of keep them separate, and I know exactly what's going where. So, content wise, it's kind of more organized for myself. So if I'm on the gaming, I know, okay, this is gaming, this is the templates I use, this is, so
Hmm.
I don't accidentally upload something that's not supposed to be, on either channel. So, which is good. So,
Do you do a lot of streaming on the other channel,
um,
Patrol Gaming
on
Plays?
the Patrol Gaming Plays, I do about 5 streams a week, 5 gaming
Cool.
streams. So, and then I do a 2-hour live stream on the main channel for live reaction. So, I used to do it on Twitch, but I'm trying to get back to YouTube. So,
Did
because
you
you,
like Twitch better?
um, it's better if you're doing reactions because you don't have to pause the video all the time if you're doing live reactions. So, um, but a lot of people say, like myself, I have no idea what's going on over there. Bits and all this other stuff is going on, and it's like, I don't know. People asking me, what do I do with this? I don't know. So YouTube is more suitable for the community that I have. So
User friendly?
yeah, more user friendly. If you haven't used Twitch before and you just jump on, it's very confusing
Hmm.
for content creators as well. So
Absolutely. I agree with that.
yeah, so I just like YouTube as a platform overall. So yeah, I definitely like to stay on YouTube and kind of consolidate everything on YouTube too, so I don't split my time and everything too. So um, it kind of works out a bit better viewership on YouTube as well too. So so which is good. So we just did James Bond themes part 1, so we've got part 2 coming out this weekend as well. So we're doing all the James Bond theme songs in order, so which has been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that the main channel or the After Hours channel?
That's the main channel. Yeah. So
that's cool.
I haven't relaunched because it was just been rebranded. The After Hours. It was just called Patrol Gaming Reacts.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I've just kind of got a new logo for it. I got some stuff coming out for it. So, so we're just kind of relaunching it at the moment. So it should be good.
That.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. I think that's really fascinating. What kind of games do you find yourself playing on the Patrol Gaming Plays channel?
I do a lot of survival games. This one game that I play all the time, it's called 7 Days to Die. Stacey will tell you it's a great game. So it's just zombie survival game. But you can kind of play it with a lot of people, or you can play it by yourself, you know. So it's kind of, I don't know.
So do you ever play with the subscribers?
Yes. We've got quite a few multiplayer.
That's fun.
Playing going. Yeah, so it's been pretty good. I've got quite a few different versions of the game going, so which is good. Yeah. So I think that's a good way to get people more involved as well too. You know, if people see, oh wait, they're in chat now, they're playing. You know, I might be in chat a little bit more. You know, so become a bit more active in the channel as well too. So.
Do you invite the chat members in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good incentive.
Yeah,
that's a cool incentive.
Yeah, so and the good thing is with the splitting of the channels is you kind of know when people are doing both channels. So I have a lot of people that do reactions. They come every reaction, doesn't matter what it is, you know, they're just there for us and the community, and then they'll come over to the gaming channel. So I've actually had quite a few people tell me, you know, they've went out now and bought a computer because now they're starting to game. It's like, okay.
Yes, I mean, this is coming from Stacey right there.
So, yes. So there's been quite a few people that blame me for their now addiction to computer games. So I am an enabler, apparently. So
that's funny.
Yes.
So do you find yourself so actually, let me ask this question. Is this your full-time gig, or do you have a separate job that you do?
I work in aged care. So I do full-time aged care. So, which I've done now for over a decade. And before that, I was a mental health nurse. So. Wow.
Cool.
So done care pretty much my whole life. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Very fascinating. Yeah. Interesting.
Tough work at the moment.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. And it's impressive that you're able to put out this much content while also having a full-time job.
Yes.
Because I was looking through your channel, and I appreciate the fact that you have so much content.
Yes.
Yeah,
my wife says she never actually sees me, but when she does, she says, "Okay, that's enough. You can go back in the room." So. Yeah,
I was going to ask you about that. I heard you reference your wife before.
Yes.
And I was going to say, what I was curious what her opinion is on the channel, let's do a two-part question.
Okay.
What was her opinion when you started the channel, and what is her opinion now?
So when I started the channel, she was a bit dubious about the money I was putting into it, you know, because I actually started with I think it was an actual Costco laptop. We've got a Costco actually here. And I think it was a Costco laptop that I started with. And I thought, oh, that's good. I'll start with that, you know, buy that, you know, whatever. And now I think I've spent about $8,000 on equipment. So including the camera, all the little bits and pieces that you have for streaming, 3 monitors that I have. So now she doesn't matter because it's what I love to do. You know, she sees the enjoyment that I get, you know. So I actually saw her watching one of my videos the other day. And she says, "Yeah, I watch all your videos." It's like, okay, I didn't know that, so that's good. Yeah, so she kind of watches it when I'm not watching, so which is I kind of got to watch what I say now, so I'm kind of conscious in the back of my mind. I'm thinking she doesn't watch it, and then I think, oh yes, she does watch it. I better just watch what I'm saying now. So
That's funny.
Yes.
That's funny. So, a totally random quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you get copyright claims on your gaming videos?
I've only ever got 2 in 5 years.
Wow.
I think the last one I got was last week because I used it was meant to be copyright free blues music from YouTube, which wasn't. And then the last one I think I got was for I think it was GTA 5. And this was probably 2.5 years ago because of the bloody radio station. You drive around the car in GTA and you get in automatically and it's a radio. So and then it plays a song, the real song. So and then it was copyrighted straight away. You know, you only need 10, a second of a song and then it can be copyrighted.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm actually super fascinated with the fact that there's no copyright on the actual screenplay.
Yeah, I think the only other game that would be things. I don't know if you know. There's a company. Well, there used to be a company. It's gone bust now. Called Telltale Games.
Okay.
They do a lot of kind of story-based games, you know. So, but they have a lot of music in it. The last one I played was I didn't get copyright strikes. I just got kind of blocked. Was Guardians of the Galaxy, and they used the real music from the movie. You know, so so that you can't have. Obviously, you just get blocked in that. So
yeah.
So that's not a copyright strike, but yeah, I have gotten 2 strikes in a video. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So are you an analytical guy? Do you look at the analytics of your YouTube and everything?
Do you know what? I try to. And then I get kind of mad at myself because I'm not better. And then I think, no, it's not about that. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the community. We're here to, for the music.
I hear that.
And then I look back at it and I go, well, why did that video tank? Why didn't that one do good? I was really happy about that video. Why did that do so bad? But because you guys because most of my audience are American, I think it's 60% or something are American.
Wow.
And
that's fascinating, actually. That's less than my viewership. Yeah, mine's 25% American.
Yeah, I have a lot of Americans that watch it. I don't know why.
Oh, that is funny.
But then you guys are so far behind, so when I do my games, I start at 9 o'clock at night here, but it's like 6 o'clock in the morning where you guys are. So it's kind of, you get people getting up and saying, oh, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm up watching you. Or it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what the hell are you watching me for? Go back to bed. Jeez.
I hear that.
But yeah, so
that's funny.
It's kind of hard to I do like to look at the analytics, but then it just annoys me and then I don't. So, and then I'll look at it again and then I won't look at it and then it's just, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm curious. The only reason I asked, I was curious if if the gaming videos perform better with ad revenue, or if the reactions do.
Probably the thing is now, my gaming channel's not monetized, because it's just restarted. So I've just restarted it. So it started right from scratch. But when it was on the actual main channel, probably pretty even actually. So because you don't get a lot of money from obviously music reactions, because a lot of them are monetized, which totally fair. If anybody needs the money, it should be the artist who actually did the song. As I tell my community, I only here to push the buttons, so that's all I do, push buttons and talk. So but I think they probably work out a bit even between the monetization. So
interesting.
Yep.
There was a comment in here talking about Bitcoin. Are you a cryptocurrency guy, or is that just a random question?
No, definitely not. No, we're Australian. We're kind of behind everybody in the world, so we'll probably pick that up in a couple of years or something. So no crypto. What about yourself? Do you ever dabble in that? In crypto?
I find it super fascinating actually. Yeah, I like it. But so that's cool, man. I like how you split your time up. You have a whole bunch of different things that you do. I appreciate your dedication to the channel. You have, quite a whole bunch of a lot of things that you have your hands in.
I
I think that it's
do,
super
I do.
fascinating.
And I obviously try to do hobbies outside, away from YouTube as well too. So, um, I try to keep them so I can kind of keep myself sane as well too. So,
Sure.
I mean, you can't sit your whole life in front of a camera, so I try
Yeah.
and do some of that. So, uh, but talking about that, you do a lot of videos too. So, what do you do to relax then? I know you obviously play music and stuff. So,
Yeah, that's a good question.
yeah.
I like watching TV.
Ah, okay.
I don't relax a ton just because I really like what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like my job is my hobby to some
Yeah.
degree. As
Yeah.
crazy as that
Yeah.
sounds, it's like I love what I do.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm grateful to have that opportunity. So I
Yes.
don't mind spending a lot of time doing work.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
when I do end up like sitting down or like I do take a day off every week. And on that day off, I enjoy watching TV a
Okay.
lot, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely my favorite shows that I'll go through and
All
stuff
right.
like that.
So,
Or like because I'm working like longer days typically, like
oh
I'll
yeah.
watch
Yeah.
TV during lunch or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So
So
is
that's
this
that's kind
your
of how I relax.
full-time gig? Do you do YouTube as a full-time or
As of
yep?
April 1st, yeah, it became my
Ah,
full-time gig.
nice. That
Yeah.
is the dream, isn't it? That is the dream.
It is,
Yeah.
and then it's funny, man. It's
Yeah.
funny how the grass is always greener, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it was 100% the full-time dream,
Yeah.
and it is.
Yeah.
But once you get it, it's like, oh, there's a lot of pressure now.
Yes.
Like I've been on this
Yeah.
steady decline for the past 2 months with viewership and subscriber growth and
Yes.
income, and
Yes.
it's. Have you
It
been
gets a
too?
bit scary. Yes. I know. I know exactly. I think a
And it's
lot of
like,
people are feeling it.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've been feeling it too,
Yeah.
then? Okay, well
Definitely.
that makes me feel better.
Definitely.
It's just
Yeah.
not just
So
me, but it's like,
yeah.
it's like it adds an intense amount of pressure, which is like funny
Yes.
because like forever I have been wanting like my songs to
Yeah.
be the things that I make all my money from. Like
Yeah.
I write a song and I make
Yeah.
and that now it's interesting now going through this. It's like I'm almost to some degree grateful that it's not because how
Yes.
much more pressure would there be? I don't have any
Yes.
expectation to make any money from my music right
Yeah.
now. Like of course
Yeah.
it does make some money.
Yeah.
It does pay some bills and stuff like
Yeah.
which I'm grateful for. But like I don't when I put out a song on Friday or I put out a song last Friday, like
Yeah.
I don't think, oh, I need that to pay my mortgage.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yes.
if it does
Yeah.
really well, then great. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, then I'll put out another one.
Yes.
Now and more than I think of, I'm like, imagine like I needed that song to do well to pay my
Mm.
mortgage. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure. And I'm almost
Yeah.
now it's just interesting perspective. And I hope
Yeah.
it's not coming off in any way, shape, or form,
No.
especially to people
No.
watching that I'm like ungrateful. But it's
Yeah.
like it was a different um pressure that I wasn't necessarily prepared for that I
Yeah.
have to kind of work
Yeah.
through. Because I really don't like you said, looking at
Mm.
the subscriber number
Yeah.
or setting
Yeah.
goals, saying, I hope by this day I can have this many subscribers or, viewership or, but it kind of distorts your mind into almost thinking that because you need it to pay
Yes.
your bills, but you don't
It's
want to think that
it's a
it's
catch
interesting.
22, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely a catch 22. You don't care about the numbers, but if you don't have the numbers, then you can't continue doing it.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to do YouTube full time. I don't think I'd ever give up the care field because I absolutely love it. So, but I would definitely cut down days to do more YouTube. But at the moment, it's just not working that way. So, but maybe one day, hopefully get there. So who knows?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. So
I think I think that you're definitely on a good path too, because I honestly think that the quantity is a big factor.
Yeah.
Because your videos are good quality. I mean,
Yeah.
like I appreciate the fact that you're actually using a real camera for your
Yes.
Zoom interview.
Yes.
Like that, those things,
Yes.
like they're already there. So like it's
Yeah.
not like our
Yeah.
quality, like it's the quality versus quantity kind of
Yeah.
whole thing. And like like we could maybe up the quality a little.
Yeah.
At least myself, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Like I could
Yeah.
like. I don't edit my videos. I like what you're like. What they see is what they get, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like
Yeah.
I record through OBS, Streamlabs
Yes.
OBS,
Yeah.
and I have LUTs and everything, and I have my social media come up. So
Yeah.
I just press record and I stop. Could it be a little more entertaining if I do cut jumps? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
if that video doesn't get monetized, well, then I spent 3 hours editing it for no money.
I know that's the thing, isn't it? I'm trying that as well too. So I'm trying to do videos a little bit different, instead of just intro, reaction, outro, see you later, next one. I'm trying to mess it up a little bit, trying to change the order a little bit too. So, and trying to introduce, higher, better kind of, I had somebody working on the logo for the new channel, after hours. So, I actually spent money for somebody to do that logo, not just myself, so I'm just trying to get that, as you say, that quality up a little bit as well too, so I know back here I need to get diffusers for my lights because you can see every little dot, instead of being like a smooth, LED. So
interesting. I never even thought about that.
Because you can see the one down on, oh God, I always hate pointing in cameras.
I know, it's the worst.
Yeah, so you can see this one here, you can see every dot, and along the floor as well, you can see every single dot as well. So if I get a diffuser, that will be a much smoother light. So
so you think I could do that with the logo over here and get a much smoother light with the logo?
You can. What you could do is actually get something that would go over it, but you don't want to kind of take away the shape of it because it's an actual sign, so you can actually see the actual what is written there. But I like the blue you've got around your what is that on the wall? Photos?
Oh yeah, those are Polaroids.
Okay, Polaroids. Yeah. So that blue really kind of sets off the set. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do over here, but I just need diffusers so it's much smoother light.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never even thought. I think the only reason you don't see the actual dots on them is because they're not pointing directly at the camera.
So you're pointing against and you're getting the reflective light from the wall. So
That's
so I've
interesting.
changed a few bits. As I said, I got a camera last year? I think it was last year. That was not pleasing to the wife. I had to kind of beg for that. So
to do what?
I had to beg for the camera to get it from the wife. So that was not cheap, but
sure,
it's a Sony A6400 and it's so nice a camera. Nice a camera. Because before I was just using webcam, so but
what lens do you use?
I just use it's a 16mm Sigma. So it's got really good background blur, so it's really good. You can't kind of make out what's on the shelf over there, so it's kind of really blurry at the back. What do they call it? A bokeh?
That is exactly
or something.
Bokeh. This guy right here, right?
Yes, that is it.
Yes,
it is a great lens.
This is your exact rig. This A6400.
Oh, nice.
And it is the what's it called?
How's that? The microphone on that, is that the Rode one?
It is. Okay. It is. I like it. So this is my vlog camera. This is what I use I usually use 90% of the time this Sigma lens? On the lens that you're seeing right now. It's usually the lens. I just got back from a vacation trip. So I switched out the lens because this is a much better quality lens. So I took it on the trip with me. And I just haven't switched it out yet because I do like for the vlogs, it looks so much better. It's so much clear. Like
it is
so crisp around you.
A great lens.
It is. The only thing I don't love is you can't zoom on it. Like it's a prime lens. So I wish you could zoom. But so this is my vlogging camera. And I'm impressed with this little, it's like $60 or something like that. The Rode microphone. And I like it. Now, is it studio quality? I don't necessarily know, but like it does work pretty well. I am pretty impressed with it.
So what microphone do you use? Because I don't see it in your shot.
So
whereas I've got the podcast
with the SM7B. Exactly, the podcasting mic. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. So it depends on who's listening because you are hearing me through a different microphone that the audience is hearing me from.
Okay.
All right. So right now you're hearing me from a Blue Yeti microphone.
Okay. I've got a Blue Yeti up there on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah. Black one.
Yeah, exactly.
Blue Yeti Pro. Yes. So.
And then they are hearing me through some random condenser microphone that I have acquired through my. Yeah.
I do like the Blue Yeti. But I was using this one for the gaming, so because the typing on the keyboard it was getting picked up by the Blue Yeti. So
that doesn't pick it up.
No, this one is really good. The SM7B, it cuts out a lot of background noise. So
it does.
It's coming directly from the front. So it's really good for that. Yeah, really good. So.
Did you get a cloud lifter for that?
No, because I run it through a XLR, so which is a preamp. So I used to have it when I had a different preamp. So the cloud lifter, because obviously it needs more power. So yeah, so yeah, that's just all in the cupboard over there. So don't open that; you'll get crushed. So
I love that. I love the tech talk, man. I love it. So last question, wrapping it up for you. I would love to know a little bit more about your streaming situation. Like, what do you use to stream? What do you like? Give me some of your tech on the streaming.
Okay, so with the streaming, I use OBS. I don't use Streamlabs. I've never used Streamlabs. I haven't used it at all. So I just record through OBS, sends it out through YouTube, etc., etc. Do you use a Stream Deck?
I have not. I've been like super interested in potentially getting one.
One of these? Come on, focus.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is fantastic.
So what do you have on there right now? Can you pull that back up?
Yep.
So you have, let's see.
Is my recording.
Okay.
So I have full camera, reaction camera, second camera, and I can't remember, what was that one down there? Can't remember what that was for. But anyway, but then it's got the mute button for the microphone. But you can actually, if you go up one, you can actually see I have, if I go live, if I record, or if I do live reaction. Come on, focus. Live reactions. You can tell I'm a Supernatural fan. That's Dean there screaming as my little icon.
That's funny. Yeah, I was looking seriously into getting one.
Definitely,
whether it be
definitely get one. Yeah.
But with Streamlabs OBS, you can actually it has something kind of similar.
Yes.
Now that can integrate with anything in the computer, which is cool.
Yes.
But Streamlabs OBS has this iPad app.
Okay.
So I actually just press the app and I can change the scenes.
Well, that's good. You know, can you control your lights from the app?
No. So that's the thing. You can, like that controls everything.
Yes. The Stream Deck will control every single thing, even your Google and everything. So
yeah, it's amazing.
Yes. So and you can have about 1,000 buttons on it. So there's no, there's no limit to what you have. So and they've just put out a lot of plugins as well. So definitely a lot of plugins for it. So and as I mentioned, I've got my Go XLR, which is my preamp. So which is very good. You can control everything from it. Your microphone goes into that. Your headphones go into that. You can hear yourself talking. So a lot of people say, I hate when I hear myself talking. I can't do it without hearing it. So I need to kind of hear my voice and make sure I'm saying all the words correctly. Yes, so that's basically the stream setup that I have. Obviously headphones and microphone and stuff like that. So I think this is about the fourth microphone I have. So and this is probably the most expensive. I think this is about $1,000 or something. So yeah. Hopefully my wife won't watch this, and then she'll know how much that costs. Shh! Don't tell anybody.
That's a legit microphone though. Yes. It's a legit microphone. So.
It's a great microphone, as I said. You have to have it kind of close to your face, which is a bit of a bummer if you're kind of doing videos. You got this thing in front of your face. So I am thinking about getting a boom microphone over top, so I don't have to have this in front of me. So when I'm doing reactions and stuff, so that's something I'm looking up to obviously upgrade as well too. So it should be good. So
good stuff, man. I love that. I love the tech talk. I think it is so fascinating. Yes. I think that I'm a techie guy. I love learning how other people do stuff because I think it's so important. I like asking these questions, and I appreciate you being open to answering them because I think there's so much opportunity to learn. Like, he's doing it so much better than I am. Like, I should adjust that, or I should just. It's like I'd never even heard about the diffuser things before.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. I definitely want to get them. That's be the next thing. But I have to order them in from Amazon or somewhere. I can't get them anywhere in Australia. So
so let's wrap it up with this last question for you, because I appreciate your time and I don't want to take too much of it because I know it's late over there for you. So
Yes.
Well, my late is different than most people's late because I get up somewhere between 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So
Yes. That's very early.
11 o'clock is late for me.
Yes.
What advice would you give somebody that is an American planning a trip to Australia?
I would say figure out where you want to go, because Australia is huge, like America, you know. It's not much smaller than America, so you wouldn't be able to see America in one day or 1 week or 1 month. Find out where you want to go, but then find out what's around you, you know, the nearest tourist hotspots. Find out where they are and then stay the hell away from them, and then do local. That is the best thing. Do local. That is the best thing to do. So if you want to see new, you know, tourist stuff, plenty of tourist stuff, but try to stay away from them as much as possible. So just go down the local street, the local pub, the local shops, whatever it is. Definitely do local. Much better. Much better. So
I love that. And
stay away from the snakes and the spiders, because they will bloody kill you. So I'm only kidding.
100%.
I'm only kidding.
No, that is actually true though. But that is true.
Yes.
And then what advice would you give yourself
Yeah.
from like today, from 5 years ago when you were first starting the channel?
I would probably tell myself to stress less about numbers, about appearing stupid on camera. And if you don't know something, just say, I don't know. I say it all the time now. I used to, you know, shy away from saying, look, I don't know what that is. You know, I've never heard of this, you know. So now I just say, look, I don't even know who the hell this person is, you know, or this band is, or whatever. So I see somebody saying, do I do research before I watch a video? No. I just go in totally blind. And if what I usually say is, you know, you guys tell me, that community tell me, you know, tell me what I should listen to next, you know. So and that's a good way to get comments from people too, you know. I love getting comments. You know, when I did gaming videos, I didn't get a comment, you know, no comments, nothing at all. But as soon as you do reactions, you know, you get 100 comments, you get 200 comments, you know, so you get a lot of comments, so which is fantastic. So, and it's that engagement with the community, you know, so which is probably the best thing you can get out of YouTube at all, you know, that connection with people who come and watch you because of you, not because you're reacting to this or you're playing this game or whatever it is. You know, they're just coming and chilling and chatting with you because they want to see you, you know. So I think that's the best thing too. So
no, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I completely agree with that whole like stress less about like, especially with views and stuff. Like, I remember being so stressed about like, growing the chat and like, here we are where we are today. We made it here. You know what I mean? So like, if you just, it takes away from the enjoyment of the moment.
That's it. It's a long road. You know, you see people.
It is. It's
people ask me all the time. You know, if I say hello in a stream or something, like, oh my god, you got this many subs. What do you do? How do you get that? It's like, I don't know. You just be yourself. I don't know. It's a long, long road. You know,
it is, and be consistent too.
Yeah,
keep showing up. Keep showing up.
But I think the main thing is just be yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, just be yourself. You can't be anything more. You can't be anything less. If you try to be more than you are, you cannot keep it going for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Just be yourself. That's it. That's all you can do. So if you don't like it, they'll move on and you'll get somebody else. So, you know. So.
That is true, man. I love that. I love that. That's a perfect note to end on. So if you could just hang out for one more second, I just want to thank every single person for watching this video and making it to the end of this. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed that. It was a pleasure having Patrol Gaming here on the channel and officially meeting in person. We had chatted a bit here and there through Instagram, so it's cool to actually put a face to the name. And I'm definitely I'm curious to be checking out your gaming channel, so stay tuned for that. I have all the links down in the channel below or in the chat below. But what's the best way people can be supporting your channel these days, or you these days?
Just come and watch the videos, drop a like if you like it, and then just hit that little red button that says subscribe. You can't miss it. So that's the best way. So, you know,
perfect.
I don't ask for anything other than that. So
perfect. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace out, everybody.